This map of the world is an equal area projection. So if you think back to when you were at school, if like me, you probably used in the school atlas a Mercator projection, and the Mercator projection was produced actually by Europeans, showing Europe bigger than most countries in the world, North America much bigger than South America, Australia pretty small, and so on. And it was produced for navigation, and you were able to set a compass bearing using points on that map, not this one, and off you go in your ship and navigate from A to B. The problem with, in fact, taking a sphere and opening it up is you need a projection to turn a sphere into a rectangle. So no projection is ever going to be accurate on more than one dimension. The accuracy of this equal area projection is that the surface area of every country is accurate. The navigation path would not be. And as you can see here, isn't Africa huge? Look at the size of South America compared with North America, and how big Australia is compared with how relatively small Europe. Look at Russia, long and thin, and China and India have a big population. I mean, India is pretty big, much larger than is shown on that old Mercator projection, or the rather different Mercator projection. And I like maps. If you've seen some of my videos, I did some last year with this one behind me. The reason I'm showing it to you is I want to talk about a capability of smart contact centers called Global Voice Assurance. So let's suppose that you are responsible, or you work in a business that has a global customer base, and you've got multiple contact centers throughout the world. So your contact centers could be in, let's say you've got one in California for my purposes. Let's stand up. You could have several in Europe, let's say one in Spain, France, Italy, the UK. You might have something, a lot of companies have contact centers in India, of course, maybe something in Singapore, and right up there in Japan. So you've got contact centers spread throughout the world. You have customers spread throughout the world. A smart solution is going to have a single brain. A smart cloud-based contact center solution will have a single brain somewhere. That brain is going to sort out the routing. And let's imagine it works something like this. So you have a customer, a consumer, whoever, calling your number. Maybe you have numbers, by the way. Maybe the contact center provider can get you numbers in every country in the world that you need them, or you've ported or pointed those numbers. So there's a US number. You've got a consumer, a customer in Florida, and they call your contact center number, your company number, at let's say 4 a.m. Do you really want to run the team in California, where right now 4 a.m. in Florida, East Coast time, I think it's 1 a.m. Or midnight, whatever, in California? But it's 4 a.m. in Florida where the team are based. You don't want them to stay up all night. And this is the way it should work. Your customer in Florida indeed, calls the contact center number, and that call and the intelligence behind the call goes off on a data link, and it goes off to the brain of the contact center. And let's say that's in Europe, maybe even in Frankfurt. Where the technology might be based in Europe. And the brain says, well, let's use time-based routing at the moment. It's 4 a.m. The team aren't even at work in the US. So we want to route the call to where agents are up. And agents are up right now. Well, 4 a.m. in Florida plus 5 is 9 a.m. in London, 10 a.m. in Central Europe. So we can look at the group of agents that are in Europe because they're in time, they're up. We'll also want to tag the call with a language skill. So they called from the US, they called the English line perhaps. We know they're an English speaker. We're looking for an English speaker who's awake somewhere in Europe. And then the call is simply routed from the caller to the data center in the US, across a link into the data center in Frankfurt, and out on a short leg to the agent, who we happen to find a English-speaking agent available to take a call in the contact center in Italy. Now later on in the day we have a customer in Poland, and the customer calls our Polish number for the business, And right now in Poland, though, it's, I'm going to make this hard for myself, it's 9 p.m. So the team in Europe have gone home. Right now, though, we have a team in California who are up. It's 9 p.m. in Poland, which means it's midday in California. They're up, so we can include them in the pool. The team in European contact centres, they've gone home, and the team in the Far East are not up yet. So we're looking for someone who perhaps can speak Polish out of the contact centre in California. And if we can't, maybe we're going to play a message to our Polish customer that says in Polish, we're really sorry, it's 9 p.m. here and we can't find someone who speaks Polish. But if you speak English, press 1 and we'll route you to somebody in our team who can help you out. So this global voice assurance, what it really means is that we don't, by the way, have two long legs to calls. So the call that I first spoke about is going to involve our customer from Florida phoning a number, the customer number, the company number, and that call perhaps being answered in the data center that's in West Virginia. That's a leg of a telephone call. We then have a data routing to the data center in Frankfurt, because we're going to place a public switch telephone network call from our data center in Frankfurt to our contact center agent who was based in Italy. And that means two short calls. Sometimes there could be one long hop and one short hop. But what we never get with this arrangement with a mesh of data centers and telcos throughout the world, what we never get are two long calls, two long legs. That wouldn't be great for latency. In fact, one long leg and one short leg will work fine. I hope you enjoy the explanation of how you can achieve how you can provide global service 24/7 to customers speaking multiple languages from multiple locations with a single cloud-based contact center solution. Thanks for watching.